Hi, I'm Dr Ursula Hackett, author of Brilliant Essays, your practical guide for university essay writing success. Welcome to my special video series on dissertation writing. This video offers some writing tips for undergraduate dissertations. Good academic writing is good academic writing, whether in an essay, a dissertation, or a book. So many of these writing tips will apply to all sorts of written output for your degree. But there's one thing that really distinguishes dissertation writing from essay writing. It's a much longer piece of research, so it needs to be written in clear, distinct sections rather than all in one go. That means you need to spend plenty of time planning. By planning your dissertation out in advance, you'll ultimately save yourself time because you'll know precisely what each section will contain. Planning will make your dissertation coherent and readable. You should structure your chapters and consider using subheadings to give yourself an even more detailed map. Then you can fill in each smaller section one by one. The hardest thing with dissertation writing is starting, so it's crucial to make the task as practical and manageable as possible. Break down your dissertation into sections, get on with it, and stay in touch with your supervisor to ensure you stay on track with your writing. With such a long piece of work, you might think you have plenty of space for a variety of material, but actually, the length of a dissertation means you need to pay even more attention to coherence than with a regular essay. You need to be utterly ruthless about what to include and what to exclude from your dissertation. Don't meander around in the middle. You don't want a baggy, jumbled dissertation that confuses your readers. I know it's hard to make cuts. By the time you finish reading and gathering material, you'll be an expert on your topic. But, painful as it may seem, you can't just stick everything into your dissertation. The aim of the game is not just impressing your examiners with how much you know and understand. It's actually about crafting a really coherent dissertation in which everything is related and plays a clear, well-conceived role. Just because you've read loads of material doesn't mean you should put it all in your dissertation. You need to curate your material and include only relevant information and literature. Ask yourself, is this source useful for my dissertation? Does it outline different perceptions of the problem I'm dealing with? Does it reveal something interesting about the main theories and concepts I'm investigating, or different methodologies for addressing my or similar questions? Are there interesting omissions in the article or book that are directly applicable to my project? Make sure you include only material which helps you to articulate your puzzle, argument, theory, and methodology. It has to be relevant, so you need to be ruthless. Throughout your dissertation, make sure you keep your language clear, concise, and academic in tone. Simplify convoluted phrases, and don't pad out your word count with unnecessary verbiage. For instance, at the present time just means now. In close proximity to is near, due to the fact that could be much more easily expressed as because. Exactly identical is just identical. General consensus is consensus. Be sparing in your use of transitional phrases such as moreover, however, and furthermore. Avoid cliches such as reading between the lines, in this day and age, throughout history, and only time will tell. And use the active first person wherever you can. For instance, it's much better to say, I conducted the experiment, rather than an experiment was conducted. You want your writing to be clear and direct. As you write, ask yourself, does this phrase convey my idea accurately? Or is there a better phrase? Define all technical terms of art as soon as you introduce them in the text. Now, as well as being clear and direct, good academic writing is appropriately formal in tone. Avoid slang, text speak, or shortenings, such as I'm or you're for I am or you are. Careful not to use loaded language that puts a spin on your writing. For instance, clientelism could be described as corruption or a strategy of political organisation. Densely built urban areas could be described as compact or crowded and congested. Someone who refuses to change their mind about what they believe could be described as an obstinate hardliner or someone who stands up for their principles. Strip out emotionally charged language and instead use the academic language appropriate to your discipline. So, in short, here are my top writing tips for dissertations. Plan it in separate sections. Be ruthless about keeping only the material that will help you address your research question, and keep your writing clear, direct, and academic in tone throughout. If in doubt, read your work out loud or ask a friend to check it for readability and coherence. Good luck!